There's a storm on the horizon. Not a trial storm. This is an invitation storm. We believe God is inviting us to take the next step here on the adventure, the next step into the unknown. And I want you to pray about joining us in that. Joining the herd as we charge the storm. You see, we believe that God's inviting us onto this adventure, and it's going to require us to step out of our comfort zone, step out of what we know and enter by faith into more. You see, after 4 seasons here at the lodge in Del Norte, Colorado, we're out of room. This summer in 2022, we'll have capacity to take 40 trips on trail, of which 36 are already booked. Then we won't have enough room for additional trips or the staff to execute them. And we don't believe that bigger is always better, but we believe that God has more in store for this place. And so we're going to launch into phase 2 of the capacity building campaign. You know, I could list off a bunch of reasons why we should stay right where we are, in a comfortable spot where trips are coming to us. We're not having to go out and recruit a bunch more groups. You know, we have great operations. It's a terrible time to build. There's lots of delays and escalated pricing. But after much prayer, we believe that God's inviting us into this. And for us, that's all that matters. And so I want you to consider joining us on this adventure. Will you prayerfully consider giving to increase capacity in this place so that we can take more people on trail in the summer, that they can experience freedom and transformation from their time alone with the Lord and their time in community. Included in this phase will be a bunkhouse and updates to the current facilities and transportation so that we'll be able to add 20 trips every summer starting in 2023. And then if we continue to grow in phase 3, we'll add an additional bunkhouse that'll increase our capacity by another 20 trips. That our hope is that by the summer of 2026, we'd be able to take 80 trips or 1,000 people on trail. You can find information on the website with the design and the layout and all that stuff, but more than any of that, our hope is that you pray about whether this is something God is inviting you to be a part of with us. And if He is, that you'd be faithful to say yes. You know, I look forward to being in this room with you one day, as we're shoulder to shoulder with our staff that are zealous to see people's lives transformed for the gospel. As we listen to a group that's just gotten off trail and hear them tell stories about how those 5 days they spent in the backcountry have changed their lives. How they're going to go home different because of the time they spent alone with the Lord, in a place where they could listen, in community where they could talk about who they really are. That we would get to see the fruits of our faithfulness and obedience. You know, there's a storm coming over the horizon. What a great opportunity it is. That God would invite us to take the next step. It's not going to be easy. There's going to be challenges for sure. But I can promise you one thing. It's going to be worth it. Because God's going to do some incredible stuff. We'd love for you to be a part of it with us if the Lord nudges you in that direction, that you would join the herd.